Welcome to SORMAG's Writers Cafe, where we share the real writer's life over a cup of friendship, sprinkled with laughter and wisdom. My name is LaShaunda Hoffman, and I'm your host. This episode is sponsored by Virtual Tea with LaShaunda Promotion Strategy Sessions. Today's podcast is about working on your dreams, action steps. Well, I'm enjoying doing this single podcasting. It's not too bad, or what they call it, solo podcasting. I'm getting used to it. It's kind of interesting not being able to ask other people questions, but I enjoy sharing with you all. And I share a lot about working on your dreams online. That is something that I have been doing probably since I've been online. And mainly, I tell people all the time, the posts aren't to harass you, but to harass myself. And if you get harassed in the process, then that means you are not working on your dream either. And so my graphics are not to harass, but to push you forward. So if you see my working on your dreams graphics, then you know it's time for you to get out there and work on your dreams and stop procrastinating. Stop thinking about what other people are thinking about what you are thinking. Just get up and start working on your dream. So today I'm going to share with you 10 steps that can help you with working on your dreams. So the first step is to write down what's stopping you from working on your dreams. You'd be surprised the different things that are stopping you, because you taking the time to think about it. You want to acknowledge what's stopping you from doing what you want to do. You want to write a book, and you want to do this so much. But what's stopping you? Time is stopping me, LaShaunda. I just don't have time. I don't know where to start. I don't think I can write a book. What people think about when I do write this book? Those are different things that stop you, hinder you from writing. And you need to know it. You need to know what's stopping you and what you need to do to get past it. And one of the things that I've learned about writing it down is that it makes it real, because sometimes it's just in your head and it's just floating in your head and you're using it as an excuse. But when you sit down and you try to figure it out, like time, you can make time for writing. I have learned that. Before children, I wrote every day. I wrote on the weekends. The weekends I'd be sitting in the house and I would write every day. I didn't have a social life. So that's what I did. I wrote. Then I had kids and people were telling me, oh, you're not going to have time to write, and everybody would say, get up in the morning and write. And I'm not a morning person, so my head is fuzzled. But nighttime was my time. So I would write at night when the kids were sleeping, But I started putting a whole bunch of other things on my plate, and I found that I didn't have time anymore. And I kept trying to figure out, where can I squeeze some time in? And so you always hear me say 15 minutes. 15 minutes doesn't seem like a lot of time, but it can help you do a lot of things in 15 minutes. And I teach that with my clients because they're always telling me they don't have time. But you got 15 minutes. You can do something in 15 minutes. And so when I was at work, that's when I used my time. We got 2 breaks, 15-minute breaks. And then you had your lunch period. So I would take my first 15 minutes and I would write. I'm writing. And then the next 15 minutes at the end of the day, I would type up what I wrote. And so it took a while, but that was my plan. It's like, I've got 7 books in the closet. They're just not completed to my ability, I think. That's a whole nother story. But I took those 15 minutes and I wrote. So when that comes in my head that I don't have time, because I say that to myself sometimes, oh, I just don't have time. I got so much stuff on my plate. I remember 15 minutes. And then I go back to my 15 minutes. So when we're doing goals, I talk about my writers group. Every Monday we put down what we got to do, what we got to write. And I've learned that when I say how much I'm going to write, it never happens. And so what I do is I say 15 minutes each day. That's my goal. And I stick with that. And I don't feel bad. If I don't get my 15 minutes in that day, I put 15 minutes. I do the 15 minutes next day. I never punish myself for not writing, because you won't finish it. You won't do it. I've learned that I've learned for many years that I'm like, I just don't have time. And then I feel bad about it. Then you don't write because you're feeling bad. And so I'm about staying positive and saying, well, okay, I was tired yesterday. Today, I'm going to pick it up. Sometimes instead of 15, I do 30 minutes, but make time, write down your fears, because sometimes you're going to see that it's just that, something that you can get past. You can get past them. I want you to believe in yourself. Believe in yourself. Know that you got this. When it comes to your dream, you have to believe that you're going to complete it. Because if you don't believe it, you're not going to be able to move forward, And a lot of people have dreams, but they never do anything with them. And it's because they don't believe in themselves. They don't believe that they have the courage to complete this dream, that they can finish the book. That was me. I didn't believe that I could finish that book, that it was perfected right to submit it. And so I wouldn't believe in myself. And I'm learning every day that I have to tell myself that this is what I want to do, and I want to rock it, and I want to be the best at it. You got to believe in your dream. That's the next step. You got to believe in your dream. If you are not excited about your dream, how can anybody else get excited about your dream? Tell people about it. Let people know that you're working on a book. You will be surprised how many people on you. I told on Facebook that I was writing a children's book. Everybody want to know what it's about. What's going on with it? I told the kids at the career fair about the book. Oh my God, that sounds great. We want to read it. When is it coming out? Will you have it next time you come? Okay, that's my challenge, to have it so next time I come. Believe in your dream so people can be excited with you. I talk about prayer or meditation. God will always guide you even when you don't know where you're going. He does. He knows. He's pushing you. He's helping you down your dream path. So believe. Next step, you need to make a plan. You need a plan to help you move forward. You need a plan to help you move forward. Because if you don't have a plan, you don't know the path that you need to take. Sometimes you'll get stuck at, I'm writing a book, so what's next? I don't know. Do you need a writing coach? Do you need books to tell you how to write? Because sometimes just because you want to write a book don't mean you know how to write a book. Where do you start? People always say just start writing. But I listened to the lady and she said, don't tell people to just start writing because they don't know where to start. And so she would suggest you write an outline. Write an outline of what you want to talk about. It doesn't have to be in order. Just write an outline of what you want to talk about. Write an outline about what's the book about. What do you think the book about in your head? That's like a little pre-synopsis. Write down what you think the book is about in your head. Then you take that and you break it down into little bite-sized pieces. Those are the chapters. Get it out of you. Get the idea down on paper and start writing. I found I'm a pantser, a seat in the pan. I can't even think of what it's called now. Pantser versus outliner. But I'm a mixture of them. I like to write down. Sometimes the story, it just depends on how the story comes to me. I can write down a outline of the story and then I could just go to writing. And sometimes the story will come to me and I just start writing, and so don't get caught up in what's what. Oh, I'm an outliner or I'm a seat by the, I can't even say what the words are. Pantser, that's it, pantser or outliner. Don't worry about that because you won't write. You're so busy trying to figure out, what works for you? Once you figure out what works for you, then the other stuff will fall in play. I, for years, was trying to copy so-and-so, so-and-so say write this way, so-and-so say write that way. I had to write LaShaunda's way. My thoughts come to me different ways. My book doesn't come to me in a whole book. It comes to me in snatches. It comes to me in a dream. It comes to me when I'm driving down the street. It comes to me when I'm in the shower. Your book is your book. Each way everybody writes a different way. Nobody writes the same way. So don't try to listen to people who try to tell you got to write their way in the morning. You got to write their way in the evening. No, you write when you write. Get an accountability partner. You don't have time to do this alone. You don't have to. Not anymore. We have social media. We have live things. Get somebody who gets your dream and who will help you move forward. Don't try to do it by yourself. It's because sometimes you can't motivate yourself. You need somebody to say, hey, this dream is fantastic. Let's get it. Let's get it. Get that accountability partner. There will be days when you feel it would never happen. That's okay. Know that you're going to have those hard days. Know that you're going to have to work harder to get closer to the finish line. That's okay. That is okay. Then you want to acknowledge you completed this dream. Acknowledge it. Be excited. Treat yourselves to something nice. Shout it out from the rooftops. Tell all your friends. Do something to celebrate that you completed your dream. It's just, you have to acknowledge it, because to move on to the next dream, you got to be done with that one, right? So acknowledge it, celebrate it. Start on the next dream and have fun. Have fun. If you're not having fun with your dream, guess what? You are not going to do it. You're not. You're not going to do it. You're going to sit there and you're going to wallow in it, in your pity, and you're going to be sad. There's so many different dreams. And it's okay to dream big. That's the next step. Dream big. Dream big. I always dream small. I don't know why, but that's just that. But as I'm growing, I'm learning that your dream is supposed to scare the crap out of you. It's supposed to make you feel like, ooh, I can't do it, but I want to. That's the dream. That's the perfect dream. Dream it. I still dream of taking a picture in front of this Eiffel Tower. I'm not giving that dream up. I'm not, because I believe that. I still dream of seeing my book on the New York bestsellers list. What's wrong with that? It's a big dream. It scares me to death. It might not never happen, but I'm going to dream it. I'm going to be excited about it. I made the Amazon bestselling list. Why can't I make the New York Times bestselling list? Hey, why not? Put it out there. Put it into the universe. Hey, come on, God, let's do this. Dream big. That's my final step for you, is to dream big. And then what? Start working on that dream. Start working on that dream. Start working on that dream. All right. So I want to thank our sponsor for this episode, Virtual Tea with LaShaunda, Promotion Strategy Sessions. Check out the link in the show notes to order your promotion audit. I want to thank you, our listeners, for taking time to listen to the podcast. If you're enjoying it, please let me know. I have 3 requests for you. Subscribe to the platform you are listening to so you don't miss an episode. Please feel free to write a review and let me know what you think of the episode. Send it to me. Post it on my Facebook page. I'd love to hear from you. Please share this podcast with your community. If you know somebody who needs to be working on their dreams, they need these action steps. Share this podcast with them. If you have a topic you want us to discuss on the cafe or would like to sponsor an episode, send an email to onesormag@gmail.com. This is LaShaunda Hoffman, and I will see you on the next.